Ladies and gentlemen, your favorite white colonizing Zionist prince coming to you live from the United States of America. Let's take a look at this hilarious clip. I'm Tall, the Traveling Cloud, by the way, from Kenya.
Shawarma. What a concept. What a beautiful concept. Shawarma is
It's the way you've said it.
It's a work of art.
It is, honestly.
Shawarma is a food, is a delicacy, my
darling. Have you had shawarma in Mombasa?
No.
They marinate it in the spices, and then when you bite into it, just juices.
My darling.
Yani unasikia utamu ingine.
Mimi unaweza niingiza box na hiyo shawarma. You will put me inside that box.
Mimi unajua hata mimi kunichota ni rahisi sana.
Hey, kwanza when you get the good type, where everything just works. And you cannot eat shawarma with chipo.
No.
It has to be by itself.
Stand alone.
My
and then you see that thing when it's hot, the what is it called? Now it's like the kachapati thing.
Yeah.
It's very hot and then unapata they're very fluffy.
Yes.
Inadonjo wewe.
Hey, let me tell you, whoever came up with this concept, God bless you. May He add for you more life into your generations. God bless you.
That is the word of the day.
Amen.
Shawarma.
Thank you.
Man, I love this video so much. Now, let me give some context for anybody who's watching my channel for the first time. It's like, you were just doing an update on the war and politics, and now you're laughing at two African people talking about shawarma. So, first of all, I did a little bit of a question the other day when we did a reaction to this German girl talking about the bagel situation in Germany. And you guys were totally down, and that video actually performed pretty well. You guys were totally down for more funny topics. So I like doing all the war and the politics stuff. We're going to do way more of it, obviously, always, because there's always something to talk about. But some lightheartedness stuff is always a possibility, too. And I felt like this topic was actually relevant to the Middle East because of the giant fight between who invented shawarma. It's a huge conversation piece, and obviously Israelis, we get a stake in the fight as well. Even though Arabs try to push us out of it all the time, we do get a stake in the fight. And I'll give a little bit of a further context about why I find this video so funny.
What a concept.
So I lived in the Philippines years ago. When I was there, I dated a local girl who had an obsession with Nigerian comedy. So I have like this extra fascination for just general African comedy stuff. And I know obviously these guys are on opposite sides of the continent. They're from Kenya, from Nairobi, and Nigeria is on literally on the opposite side of Africa. But the comedic styling of people in Africa tends to sway very similar in a lot of countries, and I find that I have such a gravitation to these people's attitudes and the way they speak on things, specifically the passion for food. This is straight up how many Israelis talk about food, and when they describe shawarma, like everything they're saying here, I'm just like it's like semi-moaning.
Shawarma is a delicacy, my
darling. Have you had shawarma in Mombasa?
No.
They marinate it in the spices, and then when you bite into it, just juices.
My darling.
Yani unasikia utamu ingine.
Mimi unaweza niingiza box na hiyo shawarma. You will put me inside that box.
Mimi unajua hata mimi kunichota ni rahisi sana.
Hey, kwanza when you get the good type, where everything just works. And you cannot eat shawarma with chipo.
No.
It has to be by itself.
Stand alone.
My
and then you see that thing when it's hot, the what is it called? Now it's like the kachapati thing.
Yeah.
It's very hot and then unapata they're very fluffy.
Yes.
Inadonjo wewe.
Hey, let me tell you, whoever came up with this concept, God bless you. May He add for you more life into your...
God, I love this video. Guys, can I say, go follow them on Instagram, Kiss FM. Like, these guys are wonderful. They do this all the time. Now, obviously not about shawarma, but they're so lovely. Hearing them talk about this stuff, specifically the main host. I don't know her name, but she's amazing. There's so much passion in the way they talk. But specifically, the controversial part of this video, which is not really controversial, is this.
Let me tell you, whoever came up with this concept, God bless you.
Whoever came up with the concept. So that's the discrepancy here. The big conversation about who came up with shawarma ranges between the Turkish people to the Arabs or the Arabized people, and then the Yehudis. There is no, and this is something to be, and this is a bigger conversation piece. Now, I hate to turn this lighthearted video into something more political, but it's important to remember that colonizers act the way that colonizers act. And I am going to take a slight dig at the Arab world right now, only for one case, not to discredit them from having good food, because they have great food and all of us love their food. And generally, shawarma is accepted to be some sort of Arabized food. But it's the same concept with almost all the foods in the Arab world. Arabs take ownership over it. So, for example, I've made in my career plenty of videos of me walking around Israel, whether I'm in a market or not, and talking about the food that I'm eating and explaining about the food that I'm eating and what background it comes from. Hey, this is Iraqi Jewish food. This is Ashkenazi Jewish food. This is Ethiopian Jewish food. And the comments notoriously will always have Arabs, and they'll be like, so they stole the land and they also stole our food. I'm like, yeah, Hamad, what do you mean stole the food? You're not from here. You are not from this region. You colonized this region. What do you mean? Like, especially whenever we show off Moroccan Jewish food, a dish called Chaime, which is a North African Jewish food, or North African fish dish, or you know, all these pastelim. They're known in Hebrew as cigars. They're like these phyllo doughs with meat on the inside, and you show it off, and you'll be like, wow, this is a Moroccan food that Jews brought here from Morocco when they kicked out of Morocco. And Arabs will be like, what's Moroccan food? That's Arabic food. I'm like, bitch, Morocco's not Arab. It's Arabized. You didn't invent this shit. You're from the Arabian Peninsula. You eat different kind of food. I'm not saying it's not good. It's good. You guys have all these like rice dishes with meat inside. But like mansaf, maklube, msachen, I always wanted to give credit to that being like an Arab dish, but it's not even. Apparently people were eating this in the land before Arabs even came and colonized. Same thing with knafe. I always did attribute knafe nabulsi to being like a actual Palestinian Arab dish. It was like, not even. It's not even. It may have been invented in Syria or in Turkey, both of which are not Arab, including Palestine, and apparently predates the existence of Arab colonization. So I know I'm going into a bit of a rant on a funny video here, but this concept
add for you more life concepts. God bless you. Maybe add for you more.
I love this one so much.
Let me tell you, whoever came up with this concept, God bless you. Maybe add for you more life into your generation.
I love this video so much. As she's saying, whoever invented this concept, here's the thing that the Arabs, in my opinion, need to understand. And the people of the Middle East in general. We're a melting pot now. And colonization did a very bad number on all of us. But the reality is, okay, you're not going to be able to tell exactly who invented shawarma, who invented knafe, who invented this, who invented that. It's going to be impossible for you to tell. So the reality is, let others live. When you see an Israeli eating falafel, it doesn't mean you invented falafel because you're Arab. Nobody knows where falafel was properly invented. Could have been invented in Israel. Could have been invented in Turkey. There's things in the Bible before the advent of Islam or Arabs that maybe hints towards a falafel-like dish existing. Or hummus, like the bowl of hummus. You can't take ownership over everything. It's not yours to take ownership over. You didn't invent it because you colonized the region and now Arabized people eat the food. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Lovely video. Follow Kiss FM on Instagram. These people are lovely. Let's listen to them say it one more time.
God bless you.
That is the one of...
Let's hear it one more time just before we leave. I love this video.
Full concept. Shawarma. What a concept. What a beautiful concept. Shawarma is...
It's the way of saying it.
It's a work of art.
It is, honestly.
Shawarma is a food, is a delicacy, my darling.
Have you...
Literally, this may be... I don't know if this video is going to take. It's not going to get any views, but my God, it's one of my favorite things ever. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. I love you a long time. Goodbye, class. If you believe in my content and want to support me, just know your help is needed. There's a bunch of great ways to support me, being PayPal, Buy Me a Coffee, or joining my Patreon community down below. Patreon is the best way to support my channel, and you'll get a bunch of cool perks depending on what tier you join. Another great way to support me is by buying my merchandise on thetravelingclat.com. I regularly drop new merch designs like this beautiful hat, or this amazing shirt, where you can support the channel and get something cool for yourself. I also have an amazing Discord community with people from all over the world. Thank you so much for your support.